This is spotlighted. Great. I have the door open because I don't know where my cat is. So maybe he'll join us at some point. Before we sort of get into our first meditation, I just wanted to together sit in a little bit of a toe opener, my favorite that you probably all know of. But we're just going to sit on our feet. So you can see the shadow, kind of weird, but just tucking the toes under and sitting back on your heels. Just while I share a few things. So just sitting and making sure the pinky toes are untucked. If it's a little too intense for you, please feel free to put your palms on the ground. So like I was just sharing, our bodies, they experience what we're going through at a very cellular level. It's all part of sort of what is happening in the greater context of the outer environment coming into our inner environment, and how the inner environment is sort of digesting all of this. Yeah, Olivia and I talk about digestion a lot with the mind, and how there's so many different ways the body digests. And for me personally, what I've been experiencing is a lot of sort of pain and tightness in the psoas muscle, which is this amazing muscle that connects up into the diaphragm and into the center, or like the thoracic spine, the front of the spine, and it goes all the way down, crosses over the pelvis, and connects into the thigh bones, the femurs. And so this muscle is really incredible, but it also can hold a lot of emotional stress. This place in our body energetically is really this kind of like place that we tend to protect when we are moving through some really intense emotions and experiences in life. And so today, what I want to work on is really opening up this space. Yeah, you kind of think of like when you brace yourself, like if something's coming at you, this the pelvis kind of tilts forward, and we brace ourselves in sort of this active protection. Yeah, so the body's so beautiful, so smart, but ultimately it can also contract, and it can prevent us from having a sort of energetic flow between the upper and lower halves of the body. So that's just kind of a little bit of background on just why we're going into what we're doing. I've been trying to remind myself why we do these things. You can lift up off of the feet and just kind of sit onto the feet, just rock side to side. Nice little massage for the tops of the feet. And then you're welcome to stay in this hero's pose, or if you'd like, we're going to move into a little bit of a seated meditation. You can find that something to sit on and cross your legs in front of you. You all know me. Good morning, Holiday. But I'll say it. My name is Bryn. Morning, Holiday. I'm just finding that comfortable seat, sort of allowing the mind also. I know my feet feel kind of like woo after sitting in that. So just letting any sensations begin to settle. You can go ahead and close the eyes and just begin to drop into the space. As you allow the pelvis to sit nice and heavy, we're just beginning to open up our awareness to our internal systems. The mind tends towards wildness, especially when we are confronted with a lot of information. And so in this time of our moving meditation, we can begin to bring the mind into the body. Begin to explore a little bit. Yeah, our external environment, while it is so wild and so overwhelming at times, our internal systems are something that we can always return to, and it is up to us to tune into them, allowing us to connect more deeply with ourselves and move through life, perhaps, with more intention. Letting the pelvis sit nice and heavy. The back of the head, the crown of the head, extending nice and long, shoulder blades falling down the back of the rib cage. Tuning into the breath. Noticing sensations that run through the body. And perhaps checking in with the heart. And We ask so many other people this question, but perhaps we can begin to ask ourselves, how am I doing? How am I in this moment? Sometimes the answer comes and sometimes it doesn't, and that is okay as well. Offer Guru Mantra to our teachers. Our teachers come in so many forms. It's so beautiful. Perhaps it is all of our literal teachers. Also, each and every one of you, each and every person that has come into our life, each and every moment that has come into our life and allowed us to come to this moment as a teacher. Om Gyana Timarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Letting it out through the mouth. Deep inhale. Out through the mouth. Just like that again. Inhaling, feeling the bowl of the pelvis, belly expands, rib cage expands, crown of the head opens up. Exhale through the mouth, letting it all go. Feeling the lips this time as you inhale, feeling the low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And exhaling, chest, mid belly, low belly pulls into the spine. Inhale, pelvis fills, low belly fills, back of the rib cage opens, crown of the head reaches, opening up. And exhaling, the bones of the body fall back towards the center. Take a few more breaths like this. Like constriction in the back of the throat, Ujjayi Pranayam. Oceanic sounds that you generate with your own breath, your own body system, bringing you closer to yourself. How am I doing today? How am I doing in this moment? It changes quite frequently. Allowing ourselves to go along for the ride of witness today. As you're ready, gently opening up the eyes, be seeing what's in front of you. Just beginning to take the palms and give the upper thighs a little bit of a rub. Can create some friction in the space between the palms and the thighs. Just a little bit of pressure. It can actually feel quite nice. Beginning to wake up the palms, wake up the legs, and bringing the arms out in front of you, bringing your palms to fists. Begin rolling the wrists into the center of the body. We're just going to get a little bit of action going in the joints. Think of like if I had some wands or batons or something, sort of drawing the little circles. You can reverse the direction. A little bit awkward. That is okay. Yeah. And bringing that into the elbows, rotating the elbows out. Might notice some cracking or clicking. I have some funny shoulder stuff, but whenever I do this, I'm like, that's interesting. My left shoulder's like click, click, click. Yeah, reversing the direction. Might notice some sensation coming into the shoulders, waking up the body. Beautiful time of day to practice. Bringing the palms onto the shoulders, drawing shoulder circles back with the elbows. Another one that is a little bit crunchy on my end, but just information. Opening up the chest as we're doing this. Super nice. Yeah, reversing the direction, making sure to keep your breath going. Moving as fast or as slow as you need. I am feeling a little bit of fire today, which is fun. Sometimes we feel that deeper heaviness and we need fire. Sometimes the fire is already within us. Just listening to what your body is actually calling for and seeing if you can maybe even challenge it some. Like we're going to spend most of our time a little bit closer to the floor today. because I know that I don't want to overheat myself, which is good during this time. So pausing in the center, so you can leave the fingertips on the shoulders. We're gonna do a little pranayama just to sort of get things stirred up in the belly and the spine. So it's gonna be a breath in and out through the nose. You're gonna inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Yeah, you don't need to like to wrench your spine, but it's just gonna be nice and gentle. In and out through the nose. If this makes you dizzy, you're welcome to close your eyes. Again, as fast or as slow as you need. We're pumping the belly. Let's do this for about 30 more seconds. Feeling that heat building up in the spine. Nice air passing the arms. Go 10 more seconds. Pausing in the center. Extend the palms out in front of you. And then just start, I don't know how to describe this. Open and close the palms. Yeah, just give them a little bit, almost like you're flicking water off of the fingers. And then you can flip them over and like you want to pull something closer to you. Yeah, it's kind of moving nice and fast, really waking up the palms here. The palms are directly connected to the heart, which is nice. Flip them over again. Might be some burning in the forearms. It's so nice. Yeah, it's all information. One more time, flipping them up, like you're pulling something towards you. Super nice and exhausted now in the forearms. You can bring the palms out to the side, just pulling them outside of the rib cage, right in the center line of the body. And then just slowly you can close the eyes. Begin drawing the palms a little closer together and pausing. They're about an inch apart. Just noticing the space of the heart for a moment. Deeper opening in the energetic body systems. You might even notice sort of some resistance or even like a magnetic attraction between the palms. Just awakening the energy. Beautiful space of the heart. We give from the heart. And when we open up the palms, that is where we give, we receive, and we give. We exchange with others, with our external world. And how do we build this deeper connection? Eventually, you can bring the palms all the way to touch. Nice moment of prayer, drawing an intention or some sort of dedication for your practice today. It could be simple, one word, one thought, one person, one idea, something to carry with you along the way. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, pushing it out through pursed lips. Taking one more deep inhale, just letting it out with a sound. Letting the eyes come to open, making your way into a tabletop. I've been really making a lot of sounds with my practice recently, so just bear with me. If that's annoying to you, I apologize. But I invite you to do the same. I've been humming a lot. It's a really nice way to move energy through the body and to just really enjoy and indulge in the sensations you're receiving. Yeah, you find your tabletop, shoulders right over wrists, knees are right underneath the hips. Nice long spine. You can inhale to drop the belly, crown and tail reach high. And exhale to bring the belly in, curling the spine. And I know all of you have a fairly dedicated yoga practice, so we'll just be moving through this together. Yeah, it's really beautiful to share practice with people who are dedicated to sort of understanding their bodies in a deeper way. The sacred space that we take on our mat. I'm super grateful to be here with you all. Finding the breath, allowing the bones to press against the muscles. You've probably heard me say this, but almost like a sort of internal massage. It's so beautiful to really allow the body to work for you and work for itself. That self-healing system that we have here. Eventually finding your way back towards your neutral spine, seeing the mat below you, opening up the fingers nice and wide, and extend that right heel behind you. Inner heel reaches towards the sky to keep that nice square pelvis. You can take a deep breath in, flexing the foot. And as you exhale, bringing the knee towards the nose, curling the spine, pressing the palms into the mat. Inhale, heel reaches for the back of the room. Inner heel reaches. Exhale, knee to the nose, pressing down, curling deeply. Inhale, heel reaches. And exhale, knee to nose, pressing down, curling the spine. Two more like this. Inhale, reaching away. Maybe the gaze begins to lift. Exhale, knee to nose. One more inhale, heel reaches. And exhale, knee to nose. This time as you extend the heel to the back of the mat, you can place the toes into the mat and just pressing through the heel here, you can press into the palms to begin to open up the back of that right knee, back of the calf. And take 2 breaths here, deep inhale. Exhaling, fully pressing down, opening up, deep breath in. And as you exhale, planting that right heel down, spinning the left shin to perpendicular to the mat. You can inhale to open up that right arm high, and exhale to bring the right arm over the ear. As you inhale, pressing into the feet, opening up the heart, beginning to roll the spine open. And as you exhale, letting that right rib cage sort of begin to close over the heart. We'll take a few waves like this. As you inhale, opening up the heart, the right lung opens, heart opens towards the sky. As you exhale, carving through the space, letting the heart sort of reach down into the earth. Should feel really nice and yummy. Inhale, opening up, pressing into that right foot. Exhale, carving the spine forward. One more like this. Inhale, opening up, maybe the hips press forward gently. And as you exhale, bringing the right palm back into the mat, spinning back into the toes. You can inhale to lift the right heel high, and then exhale to step outside of the right palm. We'll find a nice little lizard here for a moment. And rather than really arching the spine high, bringing the chin into the chest and drawing the tailbone into the belly button. So we're really trying to open up this left hip here. You can even tense the fingertips. It's like you're kind of moving into a cat spine. And seeing, you could even rock side to side. And this is going to start getting into that psoas muscle, that really nice, incredible muscle that really actually allows us to propel ourselves through space. But again, it can hold a lot for us. So seeing if we can begin to feel that muscle and begin to invite it to open up. Now we'll take 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, pelvis sinks a little deeper. Inhale. And exhaling, planting the palms, sending that right leg back, finding your tabletop once again. Maybe shifting the hips side to side, just noticing as we begin to open up the body. So much good information for us. Pausing in neutral tabletop, engaging the palms, the tops of the feet, long, long spine. And then inhaling to reach that left heel high this time. Checking in if you're opening up the hip and seeing if you can really reach the inner heel towards the sky, squaring the pelvis. Take a deep inhale, long spine. And exhale, bringing the knee towards the nose, curling the spine, pressing into the palm. Inhale, heel lifts high. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, heel reaches, pressing into the palms. Maybe the gaze begins to lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. 2 more. Inhale, heel reaches, pressing down. Exhale, knee to the nose. 1 more. Inhale, heel reaches. And exhale, knee to the nose. Pressing all the air out. Inhale, heel lifts this time. And then exhaling the toes into the mat. And again, pressing into the palms to shift the weight back to open up that left calf muscle, left heel reaches away, opening up the back of that leg. So nice. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep inhale, pressing. And exhaling fully. And inhale to lift that heel high. As you exhale, stepping outside of the left palm, finding this nice sort of gentle lizard. Yes, maybe tenting the palms. And again, tucking the chin into the chest, seeing if you can root down through the tailbone to begin to open up the front of that right hip this time. Maybe shifting the weight side to side. And finding a few breaths here. Hi, Francis. Awesome. Taking a few more inhales and exhales. Really opening up the front of the body. Notice as you press the chin into the chest, it can really engage that opening of the front of the hip. And as you're ready, planting the palms back down and sending that leg back. I forgot our side plank, so we'll go ahead and move into that. That left leg reaches back, planting the heel, and then opening up. This is like the yummiest part, so we don't want to forget it. Yeah, so you're on the right knee, that shin parallel, and the outer edge of the left foot pressing down. You can inhale to reach the heart open. Heart begins to spin up towards the sky. And exhale to curl the spine forward, finding this nice weight. Inhale to open up. And exhale to carve the spine forward. Inhale. And exhale fully. One more like this. And exhale, palms come into the mat, finding that neutral tabletop once again, shifting the hips side to side. This is why we're staying close to the ground today. I'm a little bit spaced out, which is good. Yeah, our yoga practice can really hold so many good tools for us. Try to remember that. You can tuck the toes behind you and just lifting the knees off of the ground about 1 or 2 inches, really engaging the shoulder blades against the back of the rib cage. Belly pulls into the spine. Nice long, long spine. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, shifting the hips up and back, finding your downward dog. You press into the palms, begin walking through the feet. Shifting the weight side to side, finding what your body is calling for. And settling in stillness as you're ready. If you can really tune in. Nice long back of the neck, palms press into the earth, opening up the back of the heart space, reaching the hips high. You love down dog, it feels so good. Take 2 more breaths here, inhaling through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Begin walking the feet to the top of the mat, 1 step at a time. Super nice and gooey steps, like you're stepping in mud, but it is pleasant. Yeah, I always liked stepping in mud as a kid. Not everybody likes that, but stepping in something that makes you feel happy. As you find the top of the mat, nice bend in the knees, holding onto opposite elbows, just giving the head a nice shake, yes and no, almost like a ragdoll situation with the spine. Notice if you can let go of any tension in the belly to really allow the spine to release. Letting go of the elbows, gently tucking the tailbone under as you bend the knees to roll up through the spine. Vertebrae by vertebrae, shoulders and head are the last to arrive. Shoulders up to ears may fall down the back of the spine, palms face forward. Just closing the eyes for a moment. This first moment of standing feels quite different than before. You can go ahead and lift up the toes and spread them as far apart as you can, and then gently pressing them into the earth below you. Super strong yogi toes. Inner arches gently lift, kneecaps lift. Belly pulls up into the heart space, chest open, crown of the head lift high. Take a deep breath in through the nose, letting it out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips. Out through the nose, eyes open. As you inhale, arms will sweep high, lifting the gaze high. And as you exhale, folding forward, creasing at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale for a halfway lift, spine extends nice and long. And exhale to plant the palms, right leg steps back, knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing into the earth, that deep, deep earth. Reaching the palms high as you inhale. And exhale, shoulder blades slide down the back of the rib cage, hips sink down. Deep inhale, pressing into the earth. And exhaling fully as you inhale, maybe slight back bend, really opening up the front of that right hip. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in here. And deep exhale. Inhale, rolling yourself forward to plank. Pausing at the top of your push-up and finding this shape. It's that really nice deep engagement of the shoulder blades against the rib cage. Pressing into the palms, knees are super, super long. Heels reach away from the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling, knees, chest and chin come down to the mat. Inhaling the heart to reach forward for cobra. And as you exhale, tucking the toes, hips back downward, facing dog. Taking a deep inhale, out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg rises. And exhale, stepping between the palms. Left knee and toe comes down to the mat, pressing down as you inhale the arms to sweep high, lifting the gaze high. And exhale, shoulder blades and hips melt into the earth. Inhale to press down, rooting into the feet. Exhale, sinking down. This time as you inhale, slight back bend, opening up the front of that left hip. And exhale, palms plant, stepping forward, forward fold. As you inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the gaze high. And exhale, palms to the heart. Taking a deep breath in. Out through the mouth, feeling the lips. Inhale, pressing into the feet. Out through the nose, rooting into the tailbone. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the gaze. And exhale, folding the body forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long. And exhale, stepping the left leg back this time, knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing into the feet, arms sweep high as you inhale. And exhale, shoulder blades fall, hips sink into the earth. And inhale to press into the feet, pelvis gathers underneath you. And as you exhale, letting everything melt down. One more inhale, slight back bend, opening up the front of the body. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Taking a breath in here, letting it go. Inhale, rolling the body forward to plank, drawing the upper spine, pausing at the top of your push-up. Yeah, so strong. We love plank. Extending the heels away from the crown of the head. So the neck is super long here. Knees super inflated, super long stretch. Elbows reach towards the front of the mat. Belly pulls into the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, belly button pulls into the heart. One more inhale. And exhale, knees, chest and chin come down to the mat. Elbows pull into the ribs. Inhale, heart reaches forward, shoulder blades away from the ears. And exhale, hips back downward facing dog. And inhale that left leg to sweep high, reaching the heel high. And exhale to step between the palms. Right knee and toes come down to the mat. Again, pressing into the earth as you inhale, arms to sweep high. And exhale to let the shoulder blades melt down the body. So nice. Inhale, fingertips reach high, gathering up the earth beneath you. Then exhale to sink into the earth. One more inhale, slight back bend, reaching high, opening the front of the body. And exhale to plant the palms, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the body high. And exhale, palms come to the heart. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, feeling the lips. Out through the nose, we'll move breath to movement, breath to movement. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding forward, creasing at the hips. And inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale, planting the palms, right leg steps back, knee and toes come down to the mat, pressing into the earth to reach the arms high. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. And exhale, lowering the body down, elbows into the ribs. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale, right leg reaches high, beautiful. Exhale, knee steps between, finding that low lunge, back heel comes down. Inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting the body high. And exhale, folding right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, left leg back this time, knee and toes come down to the mat, pressing into the earth, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back downward, facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. And exhale, lowering the body down, elbows squeeze into the body. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And exhale, hips back downward, facing dog. And inhale, the left leg to sweep high. And exhale, stepping between the palms, right knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing down, inhale, arms sweep you up. And exhale, palms to the earth, stepping forward, forward fold. And inhale, the palms to reach high. And exhale, palms to the heart. Taking a moment, tuning in, how has my body shifted? What can I invite into my practice? If it is very warm where you are, like it is here, knowing anytime you can take a nice inhale through the nose, and as you let it out through the mouth, really opening up the mouth to let heat out. Yeah, that's usually why I do that throughout our practice, because I get really hot. So just knowing that that is a tool that's available for you. We'll move through a nice standing series here. And staying with the breath. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Letting it out through the mouth. Pressing into the feet. Inhale. Out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips. And out through the nose. As you inhale, arms will sweep high above you. And as you exhale, folding forward to crease at the hips. You can shift the weight into the heels, beginning to bend at the knees and the ankles, finding our chair pose from the bottom up. So lifting up the toes, really pressing into the base of the heels. Knees are sliding back over the ankles. And then eventually the arms will sweep high, finding your chair pose. From here, seeing if you can root that tailbone down so the belly can reach up into the heart space. It's this nice sort of counter movement here. Think down the back, up the front. Arms gather, reaching high, shoulder blades again fall down the back of the spine. We'll take a deep inhale. Exhale, hips sink a little deeper. Deep breath in. Exhaling fully, one more breath. And exhale, palms and find the mat, extending the legs, maybe bending one at a time, shifting the weight side to side. Just letting that go. And take a deep inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, planting the palms, you can step or hop to the back of the mat for a push-up, high plank. And exhale to lower the body down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, heart reaches forward for cobra or up dog. And then sending the hips back as you exhale for downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth, opening up the body. Sealing the lips as you inhale. Out through the nose. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. Inner heel reaches high. Square pelvis. Exhale, stepping outside of the right palm. Nice and gently pausing here. We'll bring the left heel down into the mat. You can bring the left palm into the left hip. We're moving into a extended side angle from the bottom up. We're finding our foundation first. So planting that right foot deep, deep, deep into the earth. Outer edge of the left foot, really reaching down to extend the back leg. Begin to peel open the pelvis as the right shoulder presses into that right knee. You're welcome to tent up the fingertips if that feels better as well. We can pause here. Yeah, if you're feeling really open in the hips, maybe that left arm reaches high, but it's not necessary. It's kind of nice to have that tactile feedback of the left palm against the left hip. Yeah, really pulling that hip open. We'll take 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, hips begin to sink a little deeper. Right inner thigh reaches for the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep inhale. This time as you exhale, pressing so much into the feet that you begin to lift the torso, finding your warrior 2. If it feels good for a moment, extend that right leg and then bend it right back down. That's amazing. Our bodies recover so quickly when we feel exhausted. So finding that nice deep bend in that right knee, it's the same shape as that lower extended side angle. So that right inner thigh reaching out towards the front of the mat, pressing into the earth to reach the palms away, and then letting the shoulder blades melt. Yeah, so it should feel really stable, nice open pelvis, pressing into the earth. We'll take 3 more breaths. Deep inhale. Exhaling fully, deep breath in. Exhale, hips sink, right knee bends a little deeper. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhaling completely as you inhale, reversing your warrior. Fingertips of the right palm reach out and away. Exhale, bending a little deeper into that right knee, super open right side body. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, tailbone reaches down. This time as you inhale, pressing into the right leg, extending the right knee long. Exhale, heart opens, reverse triangle. 1 more deep breath in here. Deep breath out. You can turn the right toes in and begin to let the spine fall forward, finding our way to our Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. If it feels good to you, you can heel to the feet either in or out. Maybe a different stance serves you. But just making sure the toes are either parallel or slightly turned in. You can plant the palms to extend the spine for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, letting the spine fall forward, elbows bend, maybe a slight bend in the knees as well. Just taking a few breaths here, checking in. Forward fold, a beautiful time to come within. What does the body feel in this shape? Noticing any tenderness, any release, any holding, any softness. From here, you can inhale to extend the spine for another halfway lift. And gently walking the right palm towards the left ankle. So you're crossing the right arm across the body and then bringing a nice little bend into the right knee. You can walk the left fingertips out in front of you and begin pulling into that right arm to find a little bit of a twist. If you want to come up a little bit higher, that's also perfect. Just avoid pulling on the knee too much. But finding a way to kind of use that left leg to anchor yourself so that you can pull the spine to turn open to the left. We'll take 3 breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale, hips reach back, spine twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. One more breath. And exhale, letting it go, letting that grip of the palm go. You can walk back through center for a nice halfway lift, taking a deep breath in, and then walking the palms forward to frame that right foot back, heel spins up. Preparing for a high lunge, pressing deep, deep, deep into that right foot, reaching into the earth, heel of the left leg lifts high, back knee lifts high, and then pressing down to inhale, the arms will sweep high. And exhale to bring the palms down into the hips. Yeah, I've found this nice little variation that feels pretty good on the front of the hips here. If you bring the fingertips pointing down to the back of the pelvis, you can even come up out of your lunge a little bit. And then as you twist the left hip forward to square the pelvis, you can begin to lean into the palms and begin to lift up the heart. A little nice back or heart opener along with the nice front of the hip opener. So it feels really nice. Take a deep breath in, opening up the front of the body. Exhale, maybe hips sink a little deeper. If you're not feeling too much sensation, see if you can bring that left hip a little bit farther forward. Exhale, opening up the body. One more inhale. And exhale, fully softening, bringing the palms back down to frame that right foot. You can plant the left palm as you inhale the right arm to reach high. And exhale, letting the hips soften. Again, seeing if you can roll that left hip forward, you'll probably notice some more sensation in there. Opening up the front of the left hip as you find this nice twist. Taking 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhaling fully, deep breath in. And exhaling completely. You'll shift into the outer edge of that left foot and begin walking that right foot towards the back of the mat. We'll meet in a side plank just for 3 breaths. This is our balance for the day. You're welcome to bring that left knee down into the mat if you'd like. We'll take a deep breath in, reaching the hips high. Fingertips lift out of the arm. Exhale, heart opens. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, belly button pulls into the heart. 1 more breath. And this time as you exhale, right foot steps behind the left knee. You can press into that left palm and lift the hips high, finding a little back bend here. We'll take 3 breaths, opening up the front of the body once again. Inhale. Exhaling fully, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching away. 1 more breath, pressing into the earth. And as you exhale, right palm comes back down to the mat, sending the hips back downward dog. You can inhale forward to plank if you'd like to move through your vinyasa. You're always welcome to hang out in down dog or find a child's pose. We'll take about 5 breaths here to return to the breath. Listening, what is my body asking for? And what is it telling me? Yeah, the body doesn't always ask questions. Sometimes it just gives us information. It's kind of like, whoa. Yeah, so just listening. What feels good? How does it feel? Everybody doing? Thumbs up? Yeah, awesome. We'll go ahead and move through that on the left side. So finding your way back to your down dog. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, feeling the lips. Inhale, out through the nose. As you inhale, left leg sweeps high, heel reaches high. And exhale, knee comes to the left elbow to step outside of that left palm. And plant that left palm down into the earth. And then rotate that right heel down. We'll move into that extended side angle lunge. So as you find the shape, the right palm comes into that right hip. That left shoulder presses into the left knee. You begin to press into the space. The pelvis begins to open up. So that left hip bone reaches underneath. It's like a nice spiral, sort of opening up the body. Yeah, maybe tenting the fingertips if you need a little more space. That is also perfect. And then gently opening up that right rib cage to open the heart. Palm can stay on the hip or maybe reach above the head. Maybe reach into a full extension. We'll take 3 breaths. Inhale, pressing into the feet. Exhale, opening up the heart. Deep breath in, pelvis opens up. Exhale fully, one more breath. And exhale deeply, pressing so much into the feet that the torso begins to lift and open up, finding your warrior two, adjusting the feet if you need. It's that same opening up of the pelvis. The left inner thigh reaches forward, fingertips reach away, shoulder blades fall down the spine. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, tailbone roots down, reaching away. Deep breath in. Exhaling fully, one more breath. And exhale, feet root into the earth. As you inhale, left arm reaches out and up, sweeping back, finding your reverse warrior. And exhale, left knee bends a little bit deeper. How much space can you find in that left side body? Deep inhale. Exhaling fully, one more breath in. And exhale, bending that left knee, pressing so much into that left foot that you extend the leg long as you inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, heart opens, tailbone roots down, one more breath. And exhaling fully, rotating the left toes in and letting the spine fall forward. Finding your Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Planting the palms to inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhaling to let the body fall forward, maybe finding another variation if this feels good. Slight bend in the knees, perhaps walking the palms through the legs, maybe walking them out in front of you to elongate the spine, listening to what your body's calling for. Let's just take about 3 more breaths here. Pressing the palms into the mat to extend the spine for a halfway lift once again. And this time that left palm will reach for the right ankle or the right calf or the right thigh, wherever you are at. You can begin to walk the right fingertips away from the body, extending the spine long to begin to look underneath that right arm, twisting the body. You can bend into that left knee to pull the left hip back. We'll take 3 breaths here. Deep inhale, opening up the body, bones and rib cage extend. As you exhale, falling a little deeper, twisting and softening. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Deep inhale, opening up the body. And exhaling fully, letting the clasp of the palm go. Moving through a halfway lift, inhale. And exhale to frame that left foot at the top of the mat. And set up for our high lunge. Once again, really rooting that left foot into the earth. Yes, sometimes we forget that the energetic foot can go deep, deep, deep into the earth. Left heel reaches down, right heel lifts away from the earth to press the toes deep into the earth. The right knee lifts high, pressing so much that you inhale the arms to lift high. And then bringing the palms into the low back, fingertips pointing down. We'll find this variation on this side. So it's really that right hand can push that right hip forward. And then beginning to draw the elbows together, the spine begins to open. Nice opening in the front of the right hip. Can inhale to lift the heart. And exhale, maybe that left knee bends a little deeper, not necessary. Really just trying to find that super, super open right hip. We'll take 3 more breaths. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. You might notice the breath can change the sensation. The inhale to really expand and lengthen. Exhale to deepen the position. 1 more breath. Exhaling completely, letting that go. Palms come back down to the earth. You can plant that right palm this time as you inhale the left arm to sweep high. And exhale to let the hips soften towards the mat. Once again, maybe there's some more sensation in the front of the right hip. Maybe you even notice the left hip, outer hip beginning to open as well. We'll take 3 breaths. Deep inhale, pressing, reaching, opening. Exhale, heart spins high. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath. And exhaling completely, rolling into the outer edge of that right foot this time, heel toeing the left foot towards the back of the mat. Meeting in our side plank or variation. Right knee can come down if you need. Just 3 breaths. Deep inhale, pressing, rooting down, reaching high. Exhale, heart opens towards the sky. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath. And as you exhale, stepping the left foot behind the right knee, pressing into the feet to lift the pelvis high, opening up the front of the body for back bend. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale fully. Deep inhale, reaching, pressing, lifting. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, planting that left palm back down, sending the hips back downward, facing down. You're welcome to move through a flow if that feels right for you. And just letting the breath come back to the body. Pausing and listening. How has my body shifted? You can find your way towards child's pose. Just taking a moment, letting the crown of the head really rest into the earth. Hips can be super soft against the heels. You know, we return to the earth, and it's a super powerful moment to begin to witness all that we've just done. Sometimes it almost feels like a dream. Like I came out of the seat and I just did all of this stuff, and I can just simply come back to the space within myself. Listening to the breath and the body. Make your way back into your downward facing dog as you're ready. And then just begin to open up the hips a little bit more. You can inhale the right leg to sweep high, opening up the hips to stack the pelvis, bend that right knee, and really letting the weight of that right leg begin to open up the front of the pelvis once again, and maybe beginning to find some circles with that right knee. Maybe finding stillness, maybe extending and bending. It's like checking in. What did I just do to my body? Yeah, quite nice. And as you're ready, extending that leg up nice and long once again. And then as you exhale, bringing the right knee to the right wrist, ankle to the left wrist, setting up for our pigeon pose. And before we go all the way down, just checking behind the right shoulder, making sure that leg is right behind you. And tenting the fingertips, you can press into the earth. And notice as you press into the earth, the pelvis actually lifts up off of the ground. Rolling the left hip forward, right hip pulls back. Nice gathering in the base of the pelvis. Muladhara chakra, this root within us. Might even notice some muscle tremors, really engaging here. We'll take 3 breaths, deep inhale. Exhale, pressing into the earth, pulling into the deep space of the root. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, letting that engagement go, softening the pelvis, almost like you could open up the body to begin to lay yourself down. You can come onto the forearms if that feels good. If you're feeling super gooey now, maybe you lower yourself all the way down, placing a block or a pillow under the head or the chest. Take a few moments here, really letting the body begin to fall in this new passive shape. Letting the heart be soft. Almost imagining the fibers of the muscles of that right hip slowly letting go. Letting the breath pass through the body's channel, cleansing, softening. Let's take about 5 more breaths here. Maybe even noticing where the mind begins to take you. Bringing it back into the body. This is where you are. No need to worry or be anywhere else other than within your own self. Take one more deep breath in through the nose. Letting it out with a sigh. Bring the palms back underneath the shoulders, tucking the left toes behind you, and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Maybe walking the heels side to side, just noticing. Once again, it's a practice of noticing, deeper awareness. Finding stillness as you're ready. You can inhale the left leg to sleep high this time. Opening up the hips to stack the pelvis, bend that left knee, really letting the weight of that left leg open up the front of that left hip. Then finding any movement or stillness that your body seeks. How has my body changed and shifted? What have I invited in? What have I let go of? You can inhale the left heel to reach away from the body, and then exhaling to bring the left knee to the left wrist, angle to the right wrist. Pausing here once again. Might notice already this feels quite different. I know for myself, my left hip is way tighter. Looking behind you, right leg is right behind you. Pressing into the fingertips and really gathering up the space of the pelvis. So the right hip rolls forward, left hip pulls back. Pulling into the belly. We'll just take 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, pulling into that deep root chakra. Deep inhale. Exhale, base of the pelvis pulls together. One more breath. And as you exhale, softening, spreading, letting the hips melt down. Walking yourself forward. Maybe finding the elbows. Maybe melting a little bit deeper, just listening to where your body is sort of open to going right now. I like to think of these moments of resistance are not as easy to let go of. Yeah, sometimes we just say, let go of any stuck energy, and that is actually quite hard. So just noticing if there's any places in your body that you're holding yourself away from the earth, and just let your mind go to those spaces. Be curious with your own body and see if perhaps you can gently soften. Maybe not today, and that's also perfect. This deeper awareness we invite, a deeper sense of compassion for our own body and our own practice. Moving with curiosity and sending the breath within. About 5 more breaths here for you. As you're ready, just gently bringing the palms back underneath the shoulders, tucking the back toes and stepping back into your down dog, shifting the weight side to side, just noticing how it all feels. And from here, finding stillness for a moment. Last down dog of the practice. Don't need to be too sentimental about it, but sometimes it's nice to acknowledge. And inhale to roll the spine forward to plank. And as you exhale, lowering the body all the way down to the mat. And you can bring the palms stacked on top of one another, right underneath the forehead. And just shifting the hips side to side. Releasing the low spine. And eventually letting that shift and go, finding stillness. Laying face down is actually a beautiful practice of humility, sort of honoring the earth below us and trusting the air above us. Release of responsibility for a moment as we bow forward. You can feel the breath of the belly press against the earth. It'll be quite nice. And from here, make our way into a Sphinx pose. So bringing the shoulder or the elbows right underneath the shoulders, and the palms or the forearms will be parallel to one another in front of you. And setting up this shape, we tend to let the belly go, and actually the pelvis is tilting forward, so it's a little bit hard on the low back. So seeing if you can root into the base of the pelvis and the tailbone to begin to gather the belly into the heart space. That's what we always work on here. Yeah, pressing into the elbows to really allow the shoulder blades to pin themselves against the rib cage. It's a very super active pose. And extend the toes into the earth so the kneecaps lift. Just taking a moment here, back of the neck nice and long, belly pulling up into the heart space, tailbone rooting down, kneecaps lifted, shoulders into the ribs. We'll take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, belly pulls into the spine, deep breath in. And exhaling fully. I'm going to take a little back bend moment here. So bending the right knee. Notice already, I just noticed to myself that my belly just totally engaged and I sank into my low back. So trying to keep that engagement in the belly. And then you can reach back for the outside. Actually, let's go for the let's do outside of the right foot. And pressing into the left palm, you can begin to kick through that right leg. So it's a half bow pose. Notice as you kick into that right foot, the shoulder begins to lift, and you might even be able to press into the left palm, extending the left elbow. And just keeping the gaze forward, rooting down in through the pelvis, left toes reaching into the earth. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, pressing and pulling, opening up the heart. Exhale, rooting through the pelvis. Deep inhale, opening up. Exhale fully, 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, softly letting that go, you can bring the palms back underneath the forehead. And just shifting the hips side to side once again, letting the low spine release and finding stillness. Might notice it feels a little wild in the body, the front of the right side of the body versus the front of the left side of the body. Just information. Coming back into your Sphinx, we'll go into the other side. And once again, shoulders are right above the elbows, pressing into the forearms to lift up the heart between the shoulder blades. Pelvis roots down to protect the low spine, toes reach into the earth. Nice long back of the neck. We'll take 2 breaths here, rooting down. Exhale, belly pulls into the heart space, deep breath in. Exhaling fully, and we'll move into the left side. So bending that left knee, seeing if you can keep the engagement in the belly to protect the spine, reaching back, finding the outside of that left foot, the left ankle, flexing that foot, and then gently pressing the left ankle into the palm. So it's a nice counterbalance here. Notice as you press into that space, begins to lift the heart maybe the right palm can press into the earth to lift that right elbow. And just finding 3 breaths here, pressing and pulling and opening as you inhale. Exhale, tailbone roots into the earth. Right toes are super strong. Deep inhale. Deep exhale, 1 more breath. And exhale to softly let that elbow come back down, releasing the engagement. Palms come back underneath the forehead. And find that nice shifting side to side once again. Letting the body settle into stillness as you're ready. Just noticing, what have I cultivated in my own body? And from here, as you like, you can begin to turn on to the back. Let's do a couple more things before our Shavasana today. Just letting the spine be nice and long on the earth. You can bend the knees to set the feet onto the mat. And just heel toeing the feet to the outside of the mat, letting the knees come together. Palms rest on the belly. And sometimes the sort of difference between front and back can be kind of an interesting thing to just notice. The front of the body releases so much heat. And now we have the ability to look into the room, which we didn't have for a little bit. So just kind of information. You can bring the heels back towards the sit bones. I'm just bringing the right knee into the chest for a moment. You can let that left leg extend nice and long. Just rocking that right knee side to side. A little massage in the inside of that right hip crease. And planting or holding onto the right knee with the left palm. Extend the right arm away from the body. Just pulling that right knee across. We'll find a nice twist. I'm losing my language for you guys. I apologize. Letting yourself fall into this twist. You can let go of any engagement and just letting the heaviness of the body sort of settle into the earth. Letting that right shoulder sort of reach down into the earth, the right knee opposing and pulling away. Nice twist. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Letting go. Drawing that right knee back into the body. Just letting it go out to the side. Instead of tracing the outer line as the leg reaches out to nice long body. You can bring the left knee into the chest. And once again, finding a massage on the inside of the left hip crease. Continuing to breathe. Right palm comes to the outside of the left knee, left arm reaches away. And gently pulling that left knee across the body all the way over, eventually finding your twist. May have some little pops going on in the spine, it's kind of nice. And letting any engagement of the body go. Just allowing the weight of the body to really give you sensation. As we come towards the close of our practice, this is when we begin to just witness. You know, we don't have to change anything. We simply watch and we begin to surrender to the wisdom of our own bodies. Just 2 more breaths here. Nice, yummy twist. Bring that left knee back into the chest. Letting the knee fall out to the side. And then legs out nice and long. You can find your shavasana from here. If you need anything else in your practice, you've got a minute or two to do so. Maybe a happy baby. If your practice is really seeking some inversion, perfect. Perhaps it's time for shavasana. Allowing the body to begin to fall. Yeah, the act of falling, even if the earth is right below us, can be a beautiful thing to embody. Yeah, we spend so much of our time, especially now, really holding ourselves away, preventing ourselves from falling. It's a natural desire to hold ourselves together when we're perhaps not so sure what's going on. And in this space where we're so supported by the earth below us, perhaps we can begin to let that go. Can begin to soften the body so deeply that the earth simply receives us. The earth will always receive you. And the air is always happy to rest on your skin. Shavasana, a moment to simply be, softly, letting go and witnessing. Always staying for as long as you need. Perhaps beginning to bring a deeper breath into the base of the pelvis, inviting movement into the fingers and the toes, gently returning to the body with this beautiful sense of curiosity for this moment, nice and gently. And roll yourself to one side and letting the bones pause here, letting the bones fall once again to truly be supported by the earth below you. And as you're ready, pressing the palms into the earth, and making your way slowly to your closing feet. Eyes stay soft or closed. Bring the left palm to the heart, and stacking the right palm on top of that. The sweet space that we began our practice in perhaps feels quite different now. And the same question can always be asked of ourselves. How am I doing? How can I bring a deeper awareness into each moment as I move forward in this life? I can honor this body and this mind this deeper self within this heart space. Beautiful choice to practice today and every day. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, letting it go. Inhale for Om if you'd like to join me. Bowing the chin towards the heart, honoring yourself, honoring each and every moment that we step forward in this life, each heart that we connect with, shining the light within so that we may see the light shining from each and every soul we meet. Namaste.